I thought I'd take it back a bit today, and we're going to be looking at my best setup for Trials, and I'm going to be recommending you a few other things as well whilst playing Trials, and some other alternatives to what I have, in case you don't have the weapons I have. Okay, so we're going to look at the first one, and the first setup that I really use is the Minor Multi-Tool and Uriel's Gift. Now, the Minor Multi-Tool, I don't really have to show you the stats on this thing, but I'll give you a quick brief run through of them. So this weapon boosts movement speed, which, I mean, it's great for being fast, but that's really not what I like it for. I think the thing that everyone really likes it for is the fact that it's got quite a high impact, I mean a really high impact, and the rounds per minute is about 200 with a nice 16 magazine, and the sight on this thing, the scope, the reticle, is absolutely amazing. I really am in love with it, and it's really helpful for when you're trying to get headshots over head glitches, because it's just a nice pointy arrow and you can literally pinpoint where your bullets are going to land. There's a tiny bit of a bounce to it, but you'll get used to it, and it's probably the biggest meta in Destiny at the minute and has not been touched or meddled with yet. Now, the Uriel's Gift kind of falls into the same line of meta, and it really just is an amazing weapon, absolutely incredible. I run it probably a bit different to other people. Some people I think most of the time people run it completely different to me. But yeah, I like to go with the Flash, HS, and then high caliber rounds with Tap the Trigger. But what this really does is it is an energy auto rifle, and the fire rate is really good, rounds per minute 450. But of course, too much fire rate would ruin the gun. But you mix this with the range and impact of this gun, and it is an absolute monster. This thing can properly melt enemies. Honestly, I use this as my go-to weapon constantly. I definitely recommend trying to get that weapon, the Uriel's Gift. You can get it from the gunsmith. It's probably the easiest place to get it from. So try and get it from him. Now, alternatives to my secondary, I would go to the Last Hope. This is a 3-burst sidearm, and this again is just really powerful and amazing. If you get a bit of accuracy with this, which it really doesn't take much skill or accuracy to deal damage with this thing, but if you do manage to become really good with the accuracy on this thing, you will be dropping enemies like sacks of potatoes. It's an incredible weapon. Definitely try and get this, and if you do, whip it into your setup, because this will definitely get you some kills. An absolute killer on the battlefield as well is the Anti-Ape D. I'm not as good with this. I'm not as good with any SMG really in terms of Trials or just Crucible. Really, PvP and SMGs don't mix well for me. But yeah, that's really what I would use in terms of like primaries and kinetic and energy. For power weapon, I like to go with the Nox Eco 3, which is a fusion rifle, or I go with Sins of the Past. I do have a quick fact here, but obviously like swords aren't completely ethical or efficient all of the time. It really depends, and it's a case-to-case basis. But I like to go with a fusion rifle or a rocket launcher to get the job done over and quickly. And then my 2 primaries, just very simple really. I like to keep the energy weapon my very powerful go-to weapon. I like to make sure that it can drop an enemy as fast as I need it to. I did have a Nightshade, and I do recommend that as well. I think that's on my Hunter though, but if you do, definitely get a Nightshade. I have the Vigilance one here, which is just one of my favourite weapons in the game. That's why I use it, but it's probably not the best or most efficient weapon to use. I'd definitely say, if you're going to go for a Pulse, go for the Nightshade, because it's an absolutely amazing weapon. In terms of recoil, there is not much at all, so if you're going to pick a weapon, go for that. Alright guys, well really that's it. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Share this on social media for more Destiny 2 tips, tricks, news and updates in the community.